Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Today we are going to be looking at GameStop, and it has been a crazy day once again. I know I keep saying that, but the markets have been absolutely insane. We're going to be talking about the Chinese property company Evergrande. We're going to be talking on also stateside as well. We're talking about Bank of America and what their problems are and how this is all related to GameStop and even AMC to some extent. But you know, I like to focus on GameStop on this channel. So what has GameStop done today? Well, it is down 3.2% on the day. If we just go to the daily chart, you can see it started the day at around about 175, even got highs of 177, 17695, and then has been going down. But don't worry about that. 3% on the grand scheme of things is not a big deal. And if we go out to the year chart, you can see we are still increasing even though we are going down. So we've still not hit the 150 mark, which is the previous floor. So we've still got, $20 before that. And if we just go to I'll quickly go on the reverse repo number, 1.4 trillion. So can we have 1.4 trillion likes? Would be good. No, but any likes are very appreciated. It really helps me out, guys, so thank you very much. But what I was going to show was this to kind of compare against the market in general today, how it's been doing, and a lot of companies are down. I mean, Facebook down massively. I can't even use Facebook or can't use Instagram or WhatsApp because everything's broken. And you can see Amazon's down, and a lot of companies are down today. So people saying that GameStop is dead and all that rubbish, well, people aren't saying Nvidia is dead, and that's down 5% on the day. Wow. So the markets are absolutely crazy at the minute. Things are going down. So why is this? Well, it's because of a number of different reasons. This is a Twitter post from FX Hedge, which is the China Evergrande default is expected to be the biggest ever. And what happened today in relation to that? Well, this is from a Bloomberg terminal. This data was more relevant last night, but you can see Evergrande suspends its trading in Hong Kong. If we look at this one here, and they were unable to trade in Hong Kong. So there's been a lot of reasons that people are saying this is happening, but I just want to go to kind of a different website here to sort of give a fair and balanced view without any sort of GameStop slant or AMC slant or anything like that, or a pro China slant. I just want to go to a website that is completely out of this and sort of go through this. So this is suspension of trading. It can be bad news, but it can herald an announcement of beneficial to shareholders. So what does this mean? While the suspension is in force and while the stock cannot be traded. So what is the purpose of this? Well, this is so that ensure a fair and orderly market, and the stock is on a fully informed basis and to avoid any uneven information dissemination and opportunities from insider dealing. So what would this happen if it occurs? The company is about to release an announcement on price sensitive information. So the company going bankrupt and go defaulting could be pretty important. Or if the company was splitting up and other companies were buying it, that's probably another thing as well. There are material corporate activities such as contemplating a rights issue or arranging a placement. So once again, I think that the top one is the more one. There are fundamental concerns about the company's sustainability for continued listing and trading, such as liquidation, cessation of operations, or involvement in material litigations or investigations. So I think here we go. This is pretty similar. This is the Hong Kong markets, which is why they're doing it. Similar stuff in the NSE as well. NYSE, apologies, New York. So you can see here. And if the company has breached listing rules. So I think the most relevant points are this one here and this one here. So yeah, definitely something big on the horizon with that company. But just for a bit of a preface, this is Bank of America set to record a largest bank bond sale at 15 billion. Now this is in April, and this poised to sell 15 billion of bonds. And this was speculated that this is because of all the short selling and with all the margin calls they're having, and they're trying to generate capital. So this goes to a post today from the user Atobit, I believe. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. I'll leave a link down below, but I'll give it too long didn't read, and then you can go through it all yourself because it's a great post. But basically, this is the new $1 trillion. On the margin accounts here, you can see that if we just scroll down, where is it? Let me just go back to the top. But anyway, this is to do with FINRA and the new thing. So this is Wells Fargo. They're talking about maintaining sufficient funds at all times. And this is to do with the $1 trillion. So they're saying that several large banks have failed to meet the capital contribution requirements, such as Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Citigroup, and others. And this was a margin requirement that was started recently. So if we go here, you can see that this is some allegations that he previously wrote about Bank of America Securities, and these are other companies that are involved: Citigroup, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and Santander on this side. And this is from a website called Frank. Respect, who's been mentioning that they've been illegally shorting AMC stock, stating that it has a 75% chance of going bankrupt, and the shorting of the meme stock could explain why the bank is currently facing liquidity issues. And you can see here, Bank of America has more of a 75% chance via micro access. The fact there is no path that can save their over-leveraged institutions or short sellers betting against retail investors right now. The future of short selling is grim, and we've seen these banks that are massively over-leveraged. I believe Goldman Sachs is the highest one, was over 50 or 200 to 1. And then to make matters worse, retail investors are pulling out their money from the bank as things get a little bit more severe. And he's got a little bit of a personal account that said they moved all of their money out. And this was what it was here. It was the individual requirements of $1 trillion. Now, I believe this is 4.5% of that trillion they need to have, and it's to do with so that people can take out loans, and as I said here, enough to survive a severe recession and to be able to lend households and businesses. But in coincidence, what this user is saying is that the volatility with heavily shorted stocks will continue squeezing these banks. That requires a lot of cash on hand to meet their margin requirement. And this is why the repo market has been all-time high. That ensures a continuous supply of cash in the financial system. But he's saying this isn't working. Bank of America had all those shutdowns. I was going through Twitter earlier, just searching for Bank of America and seeing all the people complaining, and they had the same day. And then here's post as well, Janet Yellen talking about how that there are issues relating to hedge funds and the possibility of leverage that can trigger financial runs. Any chance of financial ruin in the market is tied to over-leverage hedge funds and financial institutions, which is what we're seeing with all of the big major players: Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, Bank of America, etc. And the final thing that he says is 2 things are certain: I told you so, and the margin calls are coming. So yeah, we definitely hope that this is the case, but there are going to be some rocky times ahead. And if we go back to our even starting and look at the just go to the S&P here, S&P 500. Oops, can't spell. You can see that things are starting to turn in a very negative way. We haven't had a movement like this in quite a while, actually. It's a prolonged period of time. I suppose something similar in September, but even then going back, sort of a similar move, I would say, was September again. So, well, there you go. See, September, and September. So what do we know about September? There's always trouble. But this has been the longest down period, I would say, in definitely the last year. And going on, this could be the longest down period in 2 years. And if it keeps on going, then, well, we all know what's going to happen. GME to the moon. Right, guys, thanks for watching the video. Please give it a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time.